Oh, why? Why do you do this to me? I mean, look at that. For God's sakes, and I'm not the only one saying this, you've got some massive Sonic the Hedgehog fans who were really fucking broken up about this. Like, some call me Johnny, and myself as well. I mean, you're talking to a guy that has Sonic tattooed on himself, and once I could figure out how to show this to you guys, there you go. I'm getting a good angle right there. So, as you can see, big fan. I've talked about him extensively. I've done game reviews on the games, and you know, it's just a real fucking shame. I mean, it really is. I mean, look at this. It's fucking abysmal. I mean, what is that design? You look at it, and they've talked about it in the past, that they don't want to give Sonic the eyes like this, you know, the M shape with the white and the beady eyes. They want to put just two fucking, you know, eyes on him. And, you know, you've got people making mock-ups like this that might be, I mean, that's probably a little bit exaggerated. I feel it might look a little bit better, and by better I mean, you know, still really horrible, but not quite as bad as that. But I still feel that it's gonna be just the most horrific design ever. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a character designed or redesigned this drastically. And, you know, it's not only just that, but it's a good thing I actually waited a day to do this video, because another poster was released that will help me really get my point across, that I'm gonna say right here about the feet, about the sneakers. So Sonic's got these sneakers that have laces now. They've done away with his shoes, and by the way, he's got no gloves as well. It's just hands. So, and I don't know why they would do this. First of all, I didn't think that the Werehog in Sonic Unleashed was bad, and for people who don't know what I'm talking about, Sonic Unleashed was a game that was released about 2008, and it featured a storyline where Sonic at you know, when the moon went up, that he would fucking turn into this hedgehog werewolf. I thought it was pretty clever. I thought it was an interesting game mechanic, but a lot of people didn't like it. And a lot of, you know, critics also panned the game for not liking it. So you would think that, if anything, I know Sega doesn't really have much to do with this at all. You know, they're just lending the property license over to Paramount, and, you know, they're going to do with it as they will. But you would think that they would have learned and maybe researched a little bit about Sonic. I mean, because obviously they've seen Sonic, but I know what they're doing. They want to redesign him for film. They want to, you know, touch him up a bit. They've done it with superheroes. They've done it with a lot of other characters. You know, they've done it with a lot of different licensed properties. They want to change it. They want to make it their own. They want to put their own spin on it. That's all fine and well. You know, you want to readjust Sonic's like sneakers or something, or maybe you want to do something like with Sonic Boom and give him a little bandana around his neck or something like that. But like, to change his whole entire face and like the whole body structure. Now, you know, you look at like when Sonic Adventure came out and they redesigned the character. Some people at the time, I'm sure, you know, the internet really wasn't as, you know, talkative as it is now, you know, so people were probably not big fans, and there's still people today who don't really like that design. You know, I still prefer the classic design, hence the tattoo, but I still love the adventure design. I still like how modern Sonic looks, but you know, that is not as drastic as what we're getting here. I mean, at least Adventure Sonic maintained the same eye structure. They still kept the famous arch shape for the eyes. And, you know, that's just totally gone here. But you see, like, Sonic is, like, sitting on a bridge here or something, you know, and he's got his, like, feet, and you could clearly see the feet a lot better because this other shadowy image probably wasn't as telling. But, you know, you could see, like, he's got, like, a pair of, like, what are probably supposed to be sort of like Converse shoes. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if when the final movie comes out, they have some type of sponsorship for a sneaker or something like that. And maybe they might, you know, put the brand on there. I wouldn't be surprised. But you could see with all these, this trailer, you know, well, teaser, and you've got, you know, this other poster that was just released. You could see that it's really just all, you know, it's all building up to the reveal of Sonic's face. And you probably won't see that face until the trailer comes out. And so, I'm going to just assume that this movie is still in very early development. Now, they've been getting their shit together for quite some time with this movie. You know, you've got Ben Schwartz, who's going to do the voice of Sonic. I don't know who the fuck he is. But Jim Carrey is Dr. Robotnik. You know, I don't really understand why, you know, Jim Carrey's kind of fallen off the map. You know, my friend Ryder Riot brought up a good point. He said, you know, what happened with Kick-Ass 2 with Jim Carrey? It's like, I don't know why you would put him on a movie of this magnitude with such a major licensed, you know, franchise. Because last time he threw the fucking movie that he was supposed to be promoting under the bus. You know, and if he's so concerned about violence, then probably a movie where a mad scientist wants to turn all the animals into robots. He probably, you know, it's kind of violent, it's kind of dark. I'm probably sure that, you know, you know, Carrey would probably be against something like that. So let's hope that he could keep the SJW stuff under wraps for this time, suppress it a bit more than he did. You know, because you never know when tragedy is going to strike in the world, and Jim Carrey might fucking throw your movie under the bus. He's already done it before, and sure enough, he'll probably do it again. But that's neither here nor there. You know that they're not really too far into development with this movie yet. Because, you know, there was just a lot of stuff that they were getting sorted out, you could tell. And I don't know how far they've got. Maybe they've got some scenes filmed and everything, but I would just suggest that they pull a Solo, you know, and make it like Ron Howard and trash this movie right now. I'm not saying cancel it, but go back to the drawing board, because I'm going to tell you, you are going to get a response the size of Ghostbusters 2016. You're going to get a response that's very much like, I would say, the same type of reception that Blizzard got at BlizzCon for the Diablo, you know, mobile game. You're getting a lot of fans that are very, very angry. And the sad thing is that a lot of these fans that are mad about the design, they're making a point. Instead of randomly cursing and, you know, just talking about Paramount and, you know, fuck Paramount and this shit, what they're doing is they're actually making a fool out of them, and they're designing their own movie style Sonics, and they look so fucking good. And you know what the thing is, what I don't understand is, like, why does Sonic have to be super realistic? I mean, this is going to be a live action movie, but why does he have to be super realistic? Like, what about Space Jam? Didn't that work out? What about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which was released like something like 17, 18 years before Space Jam even came out? What was wrong with that? What was wrong with mixing live action actors with cartoon characters? Because the last time I checked, those movies were very successful. So why you have to have a super realistic Sonic that looks nothing like him even, aside from him wearing sneakers and then being fucking blue and then being a hedgehog? I'd say that these two, you know, movies, Sonic and video games Sonic, don't really look that much alike. This is paying very horrible homage to the fucking games and the cartoons and everything. It's just like, you've had all those cartoons, comic books, video games, all this shit, promotional materials with Sonic on it. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, you want to drastically change his design and give him 2 fucking eyes just planted in his head. Is that really going to look that much more realistic? Is anybody really going to sit there and be like, well, I'm happy they didn't go with the old design because that would have looked like shit. Well, yeah, like, you know, this new design, this is where it's at. So, it's like, he's a giant blue hedgehog. It's like, if you're talking about realism, this is probably not the character that you want to do a movie for then. I mean, like, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever fucking heard. And I've noticed something. I have noticed something. Paramount did not put the teaser on YouTube. At least, you know, whichever studio it was that put the Ghostbusters trailer out, at least they had the guts to put that shit on YouTube and take all the dislikes. Take them like a man. Not Paramount. They're not going to put that teaser up there. Why? Because they know that that shit will get thumbs the fuck down. And they can't handle that because they know. They damn well know that this movie looks like it's going to be fucking horrible. And it doesn't matter if it's got the best script in the world, which it probably won't, but I'm just saying that the character design already kills it, because if you're not enjoying what you're looking at as you're watching this movie, the main fucking character, then what is the point? What is the point of even sitting there and watching it as one of your childhood favorites gets butchered before your fucking eyes? When all they had to do was just superimpose his ass into a live-action movie like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is a movie that's over 30 years old. That's all they had to do. Instead, they had to get all fancy and modernized and, oh, everything has to be CGI. What a fucking abysmal fucking project this is. I mean, if there was ever an epic fail, this would have to be it. I don't know how they could have done this any worse. So, guys, I don't know. What do you think of this design? Do you think it's good? I mean, it hasn't really been revealed yet, but the silhouette and what we're seeing in this second movie poster, do you think that this stands a chance of being good? I mean, or am I being too hard of it? Like, there's nothing really known about this movie at the moment. You're basing it all on a little teaser and a silhouette and a picture of feet. Yeah, but the thing is, if they already fucked up the teaser, like, the teaser should be getting us pumped. We should be like, yeah, I can't wait to see more of this shit. It's like, no, I don't want to see any more. At this point, it's just like a car wreck. You just kind of want to see how bad it's going to get. And, you know, that's not the way that you want to view a great, you know, iconic character like Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, you want the best that he could possibly get for a movie. Like, why would you not want to see an entertaining, funny, memorable movie? Like, I don't get it. And people are bringing up Detective Pikachu. I think that movie looks good, and Pikachu looks like Pikachu. And at least, you know, Ryan Reynolds is a popular actor, and I'm sure he's going to do a good voice. You know, and I was entertained by so far what I've seen. I think, like, it's going to be a halfway decent movie, at the very least entertaining. Why can't I be saying the same thing about this movie? Why do I have to shudder to think what the future holds for this particular film? Oh, God. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Hit a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Hit a thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell so you get all the notifications when I post all my new videos. Check out some of the content I have posted here. And thank you for watching, guys. Until next time.